It's Friday. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the end of the week and the start of our auction week. Yeah. So we are organised. I think we have everything in order. Good size auction for what time of year we have. I think just over 1,100 items. So some cracking items in there.
February.
Not bad for a February. No, that's not bad at all. And there's some cracking stuff in there every month. It never ceases to amaze me the range of bottles that we have coming in every month, and it's just growing in diversity every month. So it's great to have. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you.
A couple of the bottles that we wanted to chat about. I know you missed this early on in the week, Katie.
Yes.
You wanted to talk about that. It is phenomenal. It is just so impressive. So that is the Johnny Walker Blue Label, but it was done for the Year of the Tiger, the Chinese New Year, which was on the 1st of February. The presentation is just stunning. The bottle itself is just phenomenal. Again, all the colours, real vivid blues and all that sort of stuff on the colour. Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, go on, pull. It is impressive. Absolutely impressive. Johnny Walker Blue Label is their flag bearer for the brand. Really is part of their premium lineup, and I mean that there does nothing to harm it at all whatsoever. It is gorgeous. All right, happy?
We're in.
Cool, you're in. Okay, so that was that one. I think you're right, Kitty. It is gorgeous. It is impressive. One of the other things I wanted to mention is this. This was brought to us by a real fan of the Bushmills single cask, and this was the Millennium cask. So that's a photo of the actual cask that it is, cask number 368. Within the box, so this is the presentation box that you get. So within the box, there's the presentation, obviously, with the cask on the front of it. There's the certificate, the paperwork that accompanies it, the bottle itself, a glass, a sample of the same cask. Now, it's a different bottle number, but it's the same cask. Obviously, it can't be the same bottle, but from the same cask, and the bottle itself. But the real interesting part for me, which I thought was absolutely outstanding, and a bit of work to put together as well, is that within that, you actually have all the original documentation that came with the cask when you bought it. So the contract and everything else, and the promotional paperwork and everything else.
There's loads of stuff.
It is just fantastic. It's a real piece of history. I wonder how many people have did that. You know, that as well. That as well. 5th of January 1996 was when the deal was done for the cask for the Millennium release. They sold a good few of them, but I don't think many people would have done that one. No. I think that's really, really impressive. I have to say, I was really impressed with the whole thing.
That's a lot of work
presentation, a lot of work gone into it, and it's good to see it. So there's 2 of those in the auction. There's 2 of them in the auction, I think. And there is a couple of the other bottles as well, but
that's
2
just the bottle,
2 in the presentation.
Yeah, and the glass and sample.
We will touch on the Irishman. So the Irishman, the social media was on fire yesterday, talking about the new release. Well done to Bernard and Rosemary. It really is a fabulous really eye-catching presentation. So it was great for them to get that brand out there. But on the back of that, does this help the older presentation bottles be a bit more in demand, or people will now be looking to maybe to sort of bookend their collection? I always feel that when there's a presentation change or a number change or something like that,
a bottle rebrand,
it's a real opportunity to sort of bookend a collection. So again, the Irishman, the cask strength releases for that. The 2008 is now, I have no idea what sort of alcohol or drugs was consumed when they thought of the box. Because it's that rotating, swivelly thing.
But it's quirky.
Oh, she's quirky, all right. That's the 2008. Comes with its paperwork and everything else. Magnets on the front. It is just...
I think it's lovely.
It is lovely. But it is glossy. It is that shiny glossy. And then I think this is the 2011, if I'm not mistaken, is it? 2011? Probably not even there now. But gorgeous presentation again. Gorgeous. 2017, there you go.
Yeah, no, they really put the effort into the presentation.
But the new one, I think, is really impressive.
No, it is. It's beautiful.
But again, there's a couple of those. There's a few of those in the auction, so an opportunity to get them. There's an 89 Middleton. Again, they are one of the harder ones to get of the Middleton range. So anybody who's looking to finish off their Middleton collection, A lot of people are missing the 88 and the 89, and the 89 would be one of the harder ones to get. This is the Friends of Middleton. So John McDougall, aka Snoopy or Ian Garrett or Penelope Pitstop or whatever he calls himself this weekend, and Eddie Darcy started up the Friends of Middleton Facebook group, and they've really done some phenomenal bottles. So that is one of the first ones that they did, and that's the Friends of Middleton Powers. That's for sale in this auction. It's got all the paraphernalia with it. It's also got the print with it. It's got the 2 glasses. It is just a hell of a presentation.
I know, it's
I really do think that the boys just, I mean, the amount of stuff that's with it, the pin, the lapel pin, the coin with it as well, and then the glass. I did comment before.
Yes, that you could bludgeon me to death with one of them.
With one of them glasses.
Yes.
Nobody heard that, obviously, that we're not allowed to talk about bludgeoning Katie to death. I love Katie. Which leads us into this year's, so this is bottle number 1 of this year's Friends of Middleton Redbreast release. 16-year-old, aged in Oloroso Sherry single cask. The demand for these has been huge. I know the lads, when they put it up on Facebook, that they were making it available. I think they had 600 or 800.
But it's lovely liquid.
It is lovely liquid. We've been lucky enough to taste it, and we have had the opportunity to taste it with Ian and Eddie and John Fleming down in the Lord Mayor of Killarney. In Killarney. We did the helicopter picked us up. John's own private helicopter picked us up at the border there at Kerry and flew us in and landed on his helipad, and the limo then picked us up and drove us down to the bar where, you know, obviously there was dignitaries there because John was there himself, and that's how it goes when you're down in Killarney with the Lord Mayor. That is bottle number 1. When we sold bottle number 1 of the Power single cask, it got a phenomenal price. Really did.
Yeah.
I expect that to do something similar.
If not more.
If not more, because Redbreast there's more guys out there collecting the Redbreast collection.
And there's talk of no more single casks. There's talk.
You're not supposed to say that.
But should they know?
I know they know.
It's the worst kept secret on Facebook.
Yes, as Katie says, alludes to that it could be one of the final Redbreast single cask, customer based Redbreast single cask that's available. But I think it'd be a great one to have in that. Bottle number 1, what does it bring? A lot of people have always said, oh, I don't care about the numbers. But if I had bottle number 1 of any of them old Macallans,
you'd be a happy chappy.
I would be a happy, happy bunny. Bottle number 1, it's bottle number 1. Yeah. I mean, it is the premium one. Not very often the bottle number 1s come available. I mean, a lot of the bigger brands usually keep them for themselves. I know a lot of the original single cask, like the likes of Willie and the Palace, he's kept that. The Temple Bar, they've kept that. A fair few of them are keeping it for themselves. So for it to be out in the open market, and it comes with the print,
which is
from number one, so that's print number 1 as well. It's got the chocolates, it's got the pin, lapel pin. Well, actually I don't know if it'd be lapel pin. You wouldn't put that in your tie because it'd be waiting around like a pendulum around your neck. But again, beautiful presentation. Again, the guys have been
your beer mat.
On brand with beer mat and the whole lot. So that is raising money for the Gavin Glynn Foundation. I don't know if the lads know this, but I actually had a dealing with Gavin and John, Gavin's dad, many years ago. My other company, Gavin was at the time ill in Crumlin Children's Hospital, and John, his dad, was raising money to put in TVs. So I mean, John Glynn, who runs helps run the Gavin Glynn Foundation, has been doing charity since Gavin became ill, and so he wanted to put in TVs and PlayStations and all of that into Temple Street Children's Hospital.
I remember that, yeah.
It was phenomenal. So we are very, very happy to be raising funds for the Gavin Glynn Foundation, and again, that's bottle number 1 that's in that. We also have, we'll touch on the Middletons first. So there's a few items. The Method of Madness single pot still, there's a set of that. There's a plinth, there's a few other items. And that's raising money for the Samaritans in Cork, I believe. Cork? Is it Cork based or are they just Samaritans? I don't know. The Samaritans, but there's 3-4 items I think in total raising money for the Samaritans. Again, a very worthwhile cause. I mean, Samaritans do
phenomenal work. They do
phenomenal work, and are there at the end of a phone or reaching out or trying to help people who just aren't seeing the world right or aren't vibing with the world.
We're a friendly voice at the end of a phone.
Yeah, exactly. The next one we have is this 1985 Middleton Very Rare. Again, I'm going to drop that. 85 Middleton Very Rare. Usually a sought after bottling. This one again is in good condition. A bit of staining on the outer box, but again, that's perfectly normal for these. It's got its matching numbers, certificate and paperwork. Bottle is good fill level. Everything about it's right. That's a good 85 Middleton, and that is raising funds for
James Quinlan.
So James Quinlan was a gentleman who was in New York, I believe, who had a brain hemorrhage, and friends and colleagues of James's have put together a GoFundMe page to help with his bills and recovery costs.
Now that's the GoFundMe page, people. So even if you can't bid on the auction, just throw 5 or 10 or whatever, just a little bit of help.
Again, it's stuff like that. There's been a few examples of them GoFundMe pages that have really kicked on, and we don't know, but I assume they're a lifeline for people at the time.
They are.
I mean,
they are.
You know, the medical costs and the rehabilitation costs for these things are off the wall. So that bottle is a 1985 Middleton Very Rare, complete with the box, matching number certificate and the paperwork, and it is raising money for the
James Quinlan. I'm just going to see.
Quinlan.
We have a wee bit of a backstory here from the guys who sent the bottle into us, and James is a mechanic.
There you go.
He's also an ex-rally car driver.
Yeah, down in Kerry. Yeah, absolutely. He was rallying a Mark II Escort. Oh, man's car. And he moved to New York from Waterville, and then 17 years ago, and has lived, worked, and life there. And unfortunately, he slipped into a coma, intubated, and a significant brain hemorrhage, and he's intensive care. But again, he'll need
all funds raised will go and help James's recovery and to pay for his treatment.
And as usual, our commission that we charge on top of it goes to the chosen charities as well.
So they
There's
get
no
100%.
Fees, so they get 110%.
110%. Sorry, my bad.
110% they get, Katie. That's it. We go live today at 5 p.m. I think we're good.
We are.
I don't think there's anything else that we need to address.
No.
It'll be interesting to see where number 1 ends up. Because as I say, it's a well talked about bottle. The boys have a great following. They really do some promo work as well. But I'd never want to give Ian, John, Penelope, Jennifer, whatever her name is. I wouldn't want to give them too much praise because you get a big head. Eddie's alright. Eddie's civil. But
John's a sweetie.
That'll do.
But anyhow,
talk to us. If anybody has any questions on anything in the auction, reach out to us on any of the social media channels or email us or call us here in the office. We're happy to answer any questions. And we are live at 5, so get your bidding fingers going.
And
if you're left-handed, use your left hand bidding finger. Good luck. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.